Whew. What a great day. Nothing could go wrong. What the? Hi guys, today we're going to be working on just some random stuff. I'll show you the first thing I'll be working on, which is super annoying. Not to mention I don't care for these safety deals because you're your own responsible person on if you spill it or not, but check this out. So I came out to dump some diesel in the skid loader and this is all cracked. So I bought a replacement, easy pour replacement spout and vent kit. This is the solid tube. Kind of like it better than the bendy ones. We'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and install it here, drill the hole, all that, and we'll go from there. As you can see, I like these, but you can't find these anywhere, so got this. This is about the closest replacement that I've found to it, so I just got to see which one actually fits. Looks like they both threw it on there. Try this one. Seems like it fits sturdy on there. Now I gotta drill the hole. Using a step drill bit, tapered reamer, paddle bit, or wood speed bit, or a middle or twist bit should not be used. It'll make an irregular hole. So I need a half inch hole. I can't remember, did it say don't use this? Yeah, I'm just gonna use this. Yeah, we'll put it over there. Yeah, we'll put it about right there. This has a screen in it, so it'll catch any of that plastic, hopefully. We'll see. There we go. Vent cap installed. Perfect. And get the bolts back in here. Get them hammered in and get the rim back on. Then I got to work on the stock tank because it's not doing good. Well, that'll do for now until I can figure something else out. Need to flatten the rim out a little better. But this will work so I can get stuff over because my stock tank froze and is leaking. So, gotta get this down, get it running, get all my stuff over and see what we got to work with. Can't wait. Well, this was empty. As you can see, it's full of ice. And see, water's flowing out of it. So, no bueno. Let's go see what's behind door number 1, I guess. Anybody gonna guess what's behind here? Frozen line. Convenient holder for my stuff. Well, not the worst thing I've ever seen. Definitely not good though. Looks like we got some a bit of an ice problem. I shut this line off, but for some reason it's still getting water. I don't know what the deal is, so guess I'll start tearing into it and let you know here in a second. Here's what we got so far. We've sucked out lots of water. See in here, yeah. You can't see very well, but that's a little better. So we got that off. Still got some ice in here, but yeah, that is a giant pain in the butt. And I don't know if there's something leaking down further because I keep vacuuming water, and water keeps accumulating in the bottom still. So I don't know if, I mean, the water's shut off right now, so I don't know what the deal is, but yeah. So, got to take a trip to the hardware store and hopefully get back, cap that off, turn the water back on, and see what happens. So, yay, I love working on this stock tank. It's frozen up on me almost every year. I will be getting rid of this thing. It is nothing but a piece. Alright, after a trip to the hardware store, I got my replacement ball valve that I'm going to put in there and hopefully get the water turned back on, because if we don't have any water, that's a problem. So, yeah, here we go. Well, I think we got our licks. Hopefully. Got that new fitting in there. I don't see any more water coming in, so as long as I'll check it here in a little bit and make sure it's not leaking or anything. But yeah, when summer comes around, I'm getting rid of the stock tank. It's a piece of junk. Every year I've had that thing freeze up on me. Didn't even use it this year and it froze up on me. So, but I think I solved why I was using an extra 1,000 gallons a month of water. I mean, thank goodness it wasn't a huge leak. But I'm going to take some hay bales. I'll do a video here. I'll shoot here when I get ready to put some bales around it, try and make sure and get it sealed up again so we don't have this problem. So, yeah. Yay! Ah! Okay. Alright, it's dark out now. We're going to check the hole, see if it's leaked anymore. I got some hay I'm going to put around it, just so we can try and ensure that it won't do this, at least again this winter. As you can see, it doesn't look like the water's gotten any higher. If there was an actual leak, that would be full. So we're going to go ahead and call that good until it breaks again, obviously. But yay! Let's get this stuff buttoned back up. If anyone's actually curious, the electric's been shut off to this. It doesn't heat, so shouldn't have to worry about a fire. Shouldn't have to worry about a fire. But I think that's going to be good enough for now. Hopefully. I mean, guess we'll wait and see. But looks like we have that problem fixed. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, I guess. working on my grapple. So when I first used it, I know. As soon as I crimped down on stuff, this bent. So I'm going to be taking this part off, and I got some angle on it. I'm going to hammer it out, and we're going to brace it so it's stronger and hopefully won't bend again. So let's go ahead and get this thing apart. As you can see, they're a little bent. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some angle iron. Going to take this stuff. We're going to span this. Strengthen that up so it doesn't continue to bend it. So, alright. We'll probably try and hammer that stuff down a little bit. Make it flat again and then weld it into place. Perfect. Now let's get the grinder in there and get things clean so I can start welding.
Always wear your safety glasses.
Alright, I got these welded. If you can see, it's going to focus well enough, but there's porous holes in some of these welds. These ones look worse, but so I got online and started trying to figure out why this is making such a problem. I found out that there's 4 holes on this nozzle, and one of the 4 was plugged up, and I just kept getting crappy welds out of it. So got those all free, and now I'm welding much better. So I don't know if you can see, these I just welded compared to this that I was welding, and there's all these holes in it. So yeah, welding much better now. But if anyone has any issues, check that along with your seals and everything. But that was my issue, is one of those holes. Just one of the 3 was plugged up, and that caused me to get some crappy welds. So let's see if I can do better on the second one. Well, some of these are coming out really great, and then some it's being temperamental. I don't know what the deal is, but got it tacked in there, and we'll get her finished. Alright, it's done. As done as it's gonna be. It doesn't look super pretty, but it's definitely gonna be good enough to not bend again. So let's go ahead and get these things mounted back on, and then I kind of want to move on to another project here. So let's get this mounted. Alright, well, I was working on this and decided to try and flip it over, and it fell off, and fell, and fell and broke, and fell and broke, and broke the threads off inside. So I got an extractor, and about that time I was pretty furious, so that's why I That's why I didn't record it, but I got it out. Good things do happen. So now I'm gonna have to get a new pipe. But the bottom's all welded, so once we get that done, then we can see if this thing actually holds air. I know it's kind of loud in here, but so I ended up breaking this off, this air fitting off. So what I did was I put the extractor on it, put a 1/2-inch wrench. This is turning it out. There, got her. Perfect. All right, let's get the new stuff in there. Also, I got that's extracted, so I'm gonna have to take the wiring, pick the wiring off, and take the air piece off, so I can put the new pipe back on. So hopefully you can hear me. I know it's loud in here. I got heaters going. It's cold, so yeah, we'll go from there. Always a piece of helpful advice: if you're working on something that's wired, make sure that you take a picture of all this, because sometimes you might forget. So better to take a picture and remember what it looked like than I don't know, get on the struggle bus. So yeah. So my great genius of taking this apart, number one thing, what do? Make sure the electric's shut off. I didn't, so it zapped me. So I got the electric shut off, realized I was missing a screw because I got the screw out, and it zapped me and jerked my hand. So I looked all over the floor, everywhere, for where it could have went. And where do you think I found it? Right there. You see it? Right up there. It fell through that hole and down into there. Glad it didn't fall in that hole. But yeah, so in other words, pay attention, make sure your electric's shut off. So this is the final configuration. We're going to go into our water separator. Got a second one that goes into the chuck that I can turn on and off, so I don't have water just leaking or air leaking everywhere. So that should work, and yeah, we'll put it together and see if it'll pressurize, and then start checking for leaks. Let's see if this thing will build pressure and hold pressure. I have high hopes, but we'll see. So far I don't hear anything bad happening, but we'll see once this thing shuts off. Turn the other heater back on, so that's why it's louder, but that's almost 150. Probably 125 right now. That's showing 120. I about burned myself on that. Still don't hear anything major. Yet again, we're waiting for this thing to kick off, and then we're going to start checking stuff out and listening. This thing just shut off. It's like it's sitting just over 120 psi. I'm sitting here working on tearing apart another lantern, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and I'll see how long it takes for this thing to decompress, if it's got any holes. I don't hear anything. I felt underneath. I couldn't see anything or hear anything. I think we might have done it. I don't know. We're going to stand by and see if she loses some pressure or what happens here. So that's just over 120 psi. This looks like it's just over 120 as well, so those are accurate. So we're just gonna see if she starts to go down. I don't know. I don't hear nothing, so we'll sit and wait, and I'll get back to you. Whew. There we go, got another one going. Got all 6 of them going now. There's one of them that I need to pull apart. There was some water in the pump tube, which I had to clean out. Then I just cleaned everything else out. This was a different setup. This is a model 220K. I think it was made in 1981. So, but looks good. Running good, looks good. So, let's take a look at our air compressor. Looks like it's been about an hour and we've lost maybe 10 psi. Maybe. That's a big maybe. So I'm calling this a big success. You're never going to get an air compressor that doesn't leak, so again, I'm counting this successful because it went from this mark right there to just below 120. It's been about an hour, I would guess. So, and if I'm going to have this thing on, I'm more than likely not going to be using it for over an hour. But yeah, so pretty happy with this one. This is the one that I was working on. This is I think it's an 81, has the pancake head on top of it. Got that thing working pretty good. And then those are the other ones I got. This one isn't running the best in the world, but I'll probably tear it apart eventually and see what's going on. The other 2 seem to be running really well. I'm going to go get the other 2, get them lit, and we'll just have them all sit here. As you can see, it's ticked a little bit lower. It's ticked a little bit lower. But again, nothing drastic. That still looks about the same. Maybe a tad bit down, but again, I consider this a win. I consider this a win. It's from having a hole in the bottom, having to put a new engine on this. I had to redo the line, took this all apart and cleaned it up. Then had to weld the bottom of it because the bottom was pretty well rusted and leaking, so, but should be a good air compressor, hopefully. Hopefully. For those of you curious, it's a, you can make that out, it's a 60-gallon back and forth Sanborn, whatever you want to call it. But all right.
What a great day. Nothing could go wrong. What the? Hi guys, this is Matt with rural Iowa, and as you can see, I don't have a door. During the last windstorm, it got blown off, so we went and picked up a used Larson storm door from Facebook Marketplace, and we're going to be installing that. And then we'll see how that goes. So, yeah. Let's get this frame off and go get the new door and see if we can get this thing put together before it's supposed to snow tomorrow. So apparently they're calling for some bad weather tomorrow, so I'm going to try and get this thing torn apart, put back together so I don't have snow coming in to where I put my shoes. So let's get to it. Alright gang, so what we got here is a utter mess. Yeah, we kind of caught this by the wind. It is all sorts of screwed up. So we are going to pull the frame off and see what the damage is done. Try and get this thing back together. So we'll see what we can get done. Hopefully this Larson door will fit in okay. But this is definitely worse for wear. So I'm going to get this thing torn down and try and get this new door in. So let's get to it. Recess is a little deeper than the other one, so I'm just going to take that out and replace it with the other one. Since we're having to put new holes in, I'm going to take this Gorilla Glue heavy duty construction adhesive and I'm going to fill these holes that I'm not going to be using, just so we don't have water getting in there and getting in the stuff that doesn't need to be getting wet. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll worry about putting stuff in. Always wear gloves with this stuff because it's super sticky. Supposed to be a right swing door. So. Alright, now for some reason this doorway is all goofed up from, I don't know, it's almost like wind caught the old door and it blew apart or something. But, so the proper adjustment tool is the Hand of Fury. Make sure it's all good and straight before we try and put this other piece back in here. That's a little better. Definitely fits a little better. I'm going to zip a couple of screws in here. I'm not going to secure it yet because I want to make sure everything fits before I start hammering things down on this. Temporarily stuck in there. Now we're going to double check our measurements and cut the hinge on that door. And then we'll see if she fits. As you can see, I don't have it screwed in yet. We got quite a bit of a gap up there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go grab some pieces of something, and I got some tile there. I'm going to try and block that up so it's more flush. Put in 1 or 2 screws on this side, and then we're going to try the door and make sure that it works properly before we go any further. So, hey, look, there's a nuthatch. Bye, nuthatch. Alright, let's get to her. Okay, so we got one. Again, that's about as good on that door as it can look. We're put 3 in like I did the last one. Then we're gonna check everything out. Got it so it'll open. So, good and solid. Now it's time to secure it and then see about putting these on. I swear there were supposed to be some other pieces with this, but I don't know. We'll look into it and see. I don't think she gave me any more pieces than what I already have, so that might be it. But, yep, for right now, until I can get something else figured out, I'm just going to have to put a pin in that to make sure that it doesn't come flying open and break until I can get the other part of the piston, which isn't a huge deal. Should be a quick, shouldn't cost too much to replace those. So. Could have spent easily $200 on a storm door, but this will get us through for now. Until we decide to upgrade to something different. I don't have a key for this, which I don't know how hard it would be to find a key, but yet again, at least I got a door. Up until today, I didn't have any door, so I'm fine with having this. Works. Hello, Kita. Hi, Mabel. Well, thank you so much for watching, and if you liked what you watched, go ahead and like it, thumbs up, everything else, give me a comment. I don't know. Do whatever you feel like you need to do. So, but thanks for watching, guys. See ya.